When you think of Coretta Scott King, you probably think of the wife of a slain civil rights leader and a single mother of 4. But that's Mrs. King. We're here to talk about Coretta, a fierce fighter and courageous leader, the woman you don't know. When Coretta was a child, she dreamed of becoming a singer, of leaving her small Alabama town and performing at the Metropolitan Opera and breaking down barriers for the Black community. She was on her way when she fell in love with a minister who shared her vision of a future where all of humanity lived in peace. But she didn't stop singing. For years, she held freedom concerts all over the U.S. that raised money to support the civil rights movement. In between singing classical songs and traditional spirituals, she spoke about the world she was helping build. Coretta was raised to see the best in others and that acting in anger was never a solution, even though growing up, she and her family were constantly subjected to racist attacks. When the Scotts' home was burned to the ground, Coretta's father told her and her siblings to forgive the people who did it. His determination to not let other people's hate define his actions stuck with Coretta. At Antioch College, Coretta was politically active and joined the peace movement. She made it a priority in the following decades to oppose nuclear weapons and the Vietnam War. Coretta took part in rallies, protests, and marches, and was often invited to speak in the U.S. and abroad.
You who will not be deluded by talk of peace, but who press on in the knowledge that the work of peacemaking must continue until the last gun is silent.
Now, just because Coretta worked for peace doesn't mean she was passive. When she got married in 1953, she removed obey from her wedding vows, but she always supported her husband and the civil rights movement. Like in 1956 when their house in Montgomery was bombed, nearly killing Coretta, her friend Mary, and her infant daughter Yolanda. Coretta's father wanted her to leave town. Coretta refused. Her resolve to stay and support the cause empowered her husband to continue leading the Montgomery bus boycott to victory. It was this dedication that helped Coretta carry on after her husband was assassinated. Only days after his death, she returned to Memphis with 3 of her 4 children to take his place in a march supporting sanitation workers.
If we can catch the spirit, which I believe, and the true meaning of this experience, I believe that this nation can be transformed into a society of love, of justice, peace, and brotherhood.
Coretta's support of workers' rights and unions grew as she carried the torch for the civil rights movement. She expanded her view of what true freedom meant and took on many causes to get at the roots of inequality and conflict.
I remind you that starving a child is violence. Suppressing a culture is violence. Neglecting school children is violence. Punishing a mother and her child is violence. Discrimination against a working man is violence. Ghetto housing is violence. Ignoring medical needs is violence. Contempt for poverty is violence. Even the lack of willpower to help humanity is a sick and sinister form of violence.
As with her opposition to the Vietnam War, Coretta wasn't afraid of taking on causes that weren't popular. Starting in the 1970s, she was outspoken about gay rights, even when some around her didn't want to hear it.
I've always felt that homophobic attitudes and policies were unjust and unworthy of a free society and must be opposed by all Americans who believe in democracy.
Coretta kept up her activism for her entire life, working with politicians, world leaders, and countless organizations to fight for gun control, oppose the Iraq War and apartheid, end poverty and joblessness, and so much more. In 1986, she wrote a letter which helped block Jeff Sessions from becoming a federal judge. 30 years later, that same letter was read by Elizabeth Warren to oppose his confirmation as Attorney General. Mitch McConnell had Warren silenced and made the now famous complaint. Nevertheless, she persisted. Coretta died in 2006, but she probably would have liked that rallying cry. Her entire life is a testament to that statement, especially in her tireless efforts to preserve and expand her husband's legacy and the beliefs they both held dear by getting his birthday declared a national holiday and building the Martin Luther King Jr. Center for Nonviolent Social Change. Both achievements took years of Coretta planning and lobbying and ignoring her naysayers. But nevertheless, Coretta persisted. We honor her husband and the civil rights movement the third Monday of every January, and the King Center welcomes over 1 million visitors a year who want to learn about nonviolence and work for a better world. Everything Coretta did came from a place of love and empathy to unite people in a beloved community, which is what she called a place of true respect, love, and justice that transcends race, color, or creed. She once wrote, "The road to the beloved community is the road of nonviolence. The roadblocks are hate and prejudice. We are not there yet, but there are more doors open than ever before. We stand on the cusp of a new day, one brimming with possibilities."